Communicators and marketeers are changing. Yeah. Couldn't you just give us a few thoughts? Because you've done research on this.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Really?
Okay, so I'm the CEO of the Swedish Communicators. As Ansi said, we call ourselves in English Swedish Communication Association. And we're linked globally with the global associations. And I guess you all have noticed how the job of the communicator has evolved lately. We're in the same areas. We're marketing, and what was traditionally corporate communications is more and more using the same channels, and climbing higher up, so to speak, in the corporate ladder. So we've been doing some research together with Lund University for some years to find out the communication or communicative mechanisms within companies and within also public associations or agencies. And some of the finds are that 9 out of 10 managers find that their major challenges cannot be addressed unless with the help of communication. And still, we see that a lot of top management don't have the total trust and total confidence in what the communication department or the communication manager can distribute or can deliver. So that's very much of a contradiction in that. Our association has about 7,000 members up to date, and this spring we asked them, because we're very curious to see how do they look on the future? Because our members are, up to now, a lot of them are in corporate communication rather than in marketing, although we're working together with marketing more and more. So what do you see in the future? And where are we now changing gears, so to speak, knowing that communication is more and more taking a stand? You need to know the business role, you need to know the challenges of the business, so to speak. You need to have a very holistic view of what's going on within the company, outside the company, and with all the different stakeholders. So we can see, I'm simplifying now, as you must understand. I think I have 5 minutes. We can see the 2 major lanes in this. The role of the generalist, which has been a kind of a traditional role, the corporate communicator, although including marketing, including all of the data mining and all of the analysis tools that goes, knowing how to manage all of those tools, and then the role of the specialist. And as we've heard here today, those roles are so many. There are so many specialist roles, and that's how Ansi and I got to talk once when we started. The fact that you really, really need to know what you're doing, even if it's an important part of the communication process, because they're all overwhelmed with messages from all over the place. How do we create relationships that are relevant, both for the business that we represent and for our employees or whatever? In the long run, it is for the business, of course, but still, how do we connect those two to have the holistic view and the overview of the whole company, and yet be able to specialize and manage those specialist roles? And I think that is really, really an exciting time to be in, because there are so many things to do that would add on to the communication, different professions or vocations within communication. So I think we're an association, and I'm looking forward to us being a movement, highlighting what communication is and how communication adds to the business and how important it is to have focus on what we accomplish together. And there are lots of, it's a lot of women, a lot of young women attracted to this profession, and I think maybe we're a little bit reluctant on taking our space, explaining what it is that we can add, and also know the challenge of all these new business models that come out of technology basically, but that also requires a new way of working with communication. So maybe that was a little bit of an introduction. And I welcome you all to joining our association. We have events, we have people here in Göteborg and around Sweden. We do education, everything from masters or an executive education to courses and so on. So I'm sure that you'll find a spot where you would like to join in with us. You're more than welcome. Thank you.